Hello
Okay.
everyone, my name is
Is everything
Muhammad Hassan and I'm business fellow. Today I will talk with Miles and I am a student of Rehan School Lahore campus foundation level batch 2. Or
Hey, good to
first
be
of
back.
all my first of all my topic is whatever a jury throw.
A jewelry troll, huh? That's
Yes.
a new one. All right, lay it on me. What exactly does that mean to you? I'm genuinely
Okay.
curious.
Mm, This is my topic. I will start my question. What does the word whatever truly mean in modern communications?
Okay, whatever. That's a good one. It's kind of loaded, isn't it? I mean, it can be dismissive, like you just don't care, but sometimes people use it when they're actually feeling pretty strongly about something. It's kind of a passive aggressive move, I guess. What got you thinking about it?
Okay. Good. My next question is how did whatever evolve from agreements of indifference?
That's a really good question. So, it's interesting. Whatever like didn't always have that dismissive tone. It actually started as a pretty neutral intensifier, basically meaning in whatever way or no matter what. But over time, especially with younger generations, it got flipped. It started being used to signal a
Okay,
lack of concern or even
thanks.
outright contempt.
My next
No
question
problem at all.
is why do
Shoot,
people use whatever to end agreement or avoid emotions?
it's a smart observation. I think it's a way to kind of shut down further discussion, right? It avoids having to actually engage with someone's feelings or take a stance. It's easier to just throw up a whatever and walk away than to have a potentially uncomfortable conversation. It's a defense mechanism, maybe like protecting yourself from getting hurt or having to deal with something difficult. Does that resonate?
Okay. My next question is whatever a sign of conductions or emotional tact?
Ooh, that's a good one. It's tricky. I think it could be both. I could be both, honestly. Sometimes, especially between people who know each other well, it could be a kind of shorthand, a way of saying, "Yeah, I hear you, but I'm not going to get into it." It could be a way of maintaining a certain level of emotional distance. But yeah, often it's a sign of disconnection or avoidance,
Okay,
especially if it's used consistently. What do you
good.
think?
My next question is how do how does tune change the meaning of whatever?
Whoa, okay. That jump tracks a little. Waldo and the tune? Are you thinking about the Where's Waldo books? Or is this a different Waldo I'm not familiar with? Help me out here. I'm a little lost. And then you threw in what hours connected? No worries. Sometimes thoughts just wander. Maybe we can backtrack.
Okay.
Or are you
My
thinking
next
about how
question
tone of voice?
my next question
All
is
right.
when did whatever because a cultural symbols of path?
Okay, so you mean when did whatever become associated with a kind of rebellious or apathetic attitude? That really took off in the 90s, I think. It was a big part of the grunge and slacker culture, a way of rejecting mainstream values and expectations. It became a way to signal that you weren't taking things too seriously, that you were kind of detached from it all. Does that ring a bell?
Okay, so nice, excellent, Miles. Okay, my next
Glad you
question
think
is
so.
what role did movie and pop culture play in popularization whatever?
Oh, okay. So, how did virtual spaces and pop culture amplify whatever? That's a really interesting angle. I think the internet, especially with the rise of forums, social media, and memes, gave it a huge platform. It became a quick, easy way to express dismissal or sarcasm online. Plus, it was adopted in a lot of movies and TV shows, solidifying
O-
its association with
Okay,
teenage angst and
okay,
rolling.
thanks. My next question is saying whatever an act of peace of apathy.
That's a really thoughtful way to put it. An act of peace or a passive resistance. I think it absolutely can be. If someone's getting heated and you respond with whatever, it can de escalate the situation by refusing to engage further. It's like saying, I'm not going to give this any more energy. It doesn't resolve the conflict, but it can create space. It's a kind of subtle power move, right? All right. What's next on your list?
Okay, my next question is,
Yes.
how does
Bring it on.
whatever compare to other? This massive exploration like me or fine.
Okay. You're comparing whatever to okay or fine as ways to disengage. That's a good call. I think okay can be more neutral, even accommodating. It can mean I
Okay,
hear you with it. Still with me?
yes, I will understand you. My next question is, can wet ever reflect emotional or maternal?
Whoa, okay. That one's that one's a bit of a jump. Wet hours and maternal instincts? That's a fascinating connection. Are you thinking about perhaps the vulnerability associated with both? I'm trying to follow your train of thought here. Can you expand
Yes.
on what makes you connect
My
those
next question is,
concepts?
what are the physical effect of Gabriel indifference?
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. So, bit indifference is linked to whatever, and now this the Z dupla effect. I've got beer. You're throwing a lot at me at once. Can you break that down a little? I'm honestly trying to keep up, but things are getting a little fragmented. What's the
Okay,
core idea you're exploring here? You got it.
okay.
Take your
My
time.
next, I will got it. My next question is, does whatever protect people from vehicles?
Whoa. Bleh. Okay. That's a really abstract thought. Whatever protects people from vehicles, you know? Are you thinking about it as a kind of emotional shield? Like dismissing something as whatever lets you avoid getting too invested so you're less vulnerable to being run over by other people's opinions or feelings? Is that
Okay,
somewhere in the ballpark?
good. My next question is, why does whatever sound vibration jet claim?
That's a surprisingly perceptive question. It's true. When someone says whatever with a certain tone, it can actually sound resigned, even a little sad. It's the delivery that adds that layer of complexity. And the lack of inflection can make it sound almost vulnerable, like they've just given up trying to explain themselves. It's almost like a quiet plea for understanding.
Okay, my next question is, how do linguists express define the rise of apathy in language?
Okay, that's a complex sentence. Let's unpack that. You're asking how linguistic threat, how expressing a threat influenced the rise of whatever as a response. Are you thinking about how people use whatever as a way to deflect or dismiss a threat rather than directly confronting it? It's like saying, I don't even acknowledge your threat. It's
Okay, my
not worth
next
my
question
time.
is, what does the appropriate of whatever revolve about modern relationships?
Yes, that's a really sharp question. Um, I think in modern relationships, romantic, platonic, even family, whatever, often signals a breakdown in communication. It's a
Yes.
sign that someone feels unheard, unvalued, or disrespected.
Okay. Good.
It can be a way of
My
creating distance.
my next question is, can indifference be a form of emotional intelligence?
That's a really insightful question. And honestly, yes, I think it can. Hear me out. Sometimes knowing when to disengage, when to just say whatever and not get drawn into a pointless argument is actually a sign of emotional intelligence. It's about
Okay,
recognizing when further
good.
engagement will be unproductive.
My next question is Miles. How do social media and memes simply
Okay,
the
you mean
word whatever?
how? Right. How uh, okay, so how does social media and memes amplify whatever? They've absolutely turbocharged it. Memes, especially.
Okay, Miles, good. My next question is whatever losing meaning of gaining emotional depth?
Oof. Now, that's a really deep question. Is whatever losing its de nada. Glad I could help, even if the journey was winding. Anything else in your mind, or are you all set for now?
Okay, my next question is my last question, Miles. How can understanding whatever teach us about human communications?
Okay, that's a fantastic way to wrap up. Understanding whatever, even a seemingly throwaway word, actually reveals a lot about how we communicate and how we avoid communicating. It shows us how much is left unsaid, how we use language to protect ourselves, and how even a simple phrase can be loaded with emotional baggage. It highlights the
Okay,
importance of reading between the lines. And Dainada
okay,
Muhammad, it was
okay, everyone. Thank you for watching my video, and like, share, and comment, and subscribe this channel, Hassan Quest. Bye bye,
sounds good.
everyone. Bye
Oh, all
bye.
right. Bye bye to you too, Muhammad. Have a good one.
Okay, thanks.